everyone, welcome to my channel. I am the budgeting esthetician, and today we're going to be doing an unstuffing from my spending from my previous pay period, as well as doing a restuffing of my expenses for the third paycheck December, because for me December is a magic month, meaning that I get paid 3 times instead of just 2 times since I get paid bi-weekly. I want to start this video by saying happy holidays to everybody. I hope everybody enjoys whatever holiday or holidays they celebrate. I love this time of year, and today is actually Christmas Eve, and hopefully the video should be going up today as well. I'm just really kind of going to be spending time with family, slowing down, relaxing a bit, but let me know what you guys' plans are. But with all that being said, we'll just go ahead and get into the video today by starting with our unstuffing here. So I'll be doing that by going through my expense tracker with you guys, which is from the Lily Budget's budget book that I always have her shop linked down below, as well as any other Etsy shops, as well as anything I've purchased online that you see in this video today. But we're going to start here first by using my calculator to add up everything that we should be unstuffing today, so that I can see if I got the right amount. Okay, I believe the correct number that we should have here is $2,490. So we'll see if that's correct here in a moment. But all right, we are actually gonna start with my sinking funds today, and we're gonna start with my short-term sinking funds binder, because that is my only sinking funds binder that we need to pull from today. The first fund we need to pull from in here is my clothing sinking fund. I had to buy some leggings for work. It's technically part of my work uniform. So I spent $121.92, and then I like to make the amounts I pull from my sinking funds even numbers. So we're essentially pulling the $3.08 needed to round that up to 125. So that's what we're pulling today, which is what we have here: 51, 120, 125. So we're pulling all of that out today. And we'll mark that off here. And that's all going to go towards our cushion, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. But we're going to flip back, and we're also going to pull from giving today. This is my sinking fund I have for any gifts, giving of any kind. And so I bought a gift card for somebody for Christmas. So and that was $80, so that's what we're pulling today from there. 50, a 20, and a 10 for that, which leaves us with, nope, 20, 30 in here. And that was an even amount already, so we didn't have to round that one. And we'll cross that off here. Sorry if I'm being a bit quiet in this video, but yes. And then miscellaneous, this whole $250 in here is coming out. I spent $247.17 on skincare from my work, and then again, to round that up to $250, we're putting $2.83 towards our cushion. So check that off, and we're just pulling out both these 100s and 50. And then that concludes what we're pulling from this binder. So we can go into my expenses and savings binder. And we will start with our fixed expenses, aka our bills. The only one we need to pull from today, because the others for the end of the month I'm going to pull in my next unstuffing, because yeah, usually I would just break my bills into 2 unstuffings, but we're going to do it in 3 this month. So the only one I need to pull from today is from memberships. memberships. My $10 a month Planet Fitness membership fee came out on the 17th, so we're just pulling out 2 5s for that. And it still has 20, 45, and 47 in there. And check that off. All right, and then like I said, that is their only fixed expense we need to pull from today. So we will go on to our variable expenses, which are gas, groceries, and spending. Gas, groceries, very straightforward for me. Spending is like a combination of personal care, eating out, and then any other little like miscellaneous things I want. Just a personal allowance basically. And then I have my cushion. So what I do is add up, as you can see, maybe all of my spending from all of my variable expenses, my 3 variable expenses, because sometimes I do a tiny bit of overspending in one category or 2 categories. Even like this week, I went $2.15 over in gas and $15.32 over in spending. But as you can see, I underspent in groceries by $11.78. So I add these all together to try to get them to balance each other out. That way it's not really an issue of having to stuff strange amounts. Or I also don't like leaving rollover in these envelopes. I like to just clear them out at the end of every paycheck. It's just a personal preference. So yes, and then that way you can see that even still, these guys didn't even themselves out perfectly this time around. I was still negative $5.69. But with all of the extra that's being added here from our sinking funds as well, it actually brought us up to a positive $14.14, which I'm just going to round down to $14. By the way, just realizing now that I forgot to make my usual disclaimer at the beginning of this video, which is that I am a cashless cash stuffer. So these are all prop bills. All this money is in the bank. And so, yeah, that's why a lot of times with cents, I just round up or down. I do all my spending as well on a credit card, and then pay it off with my paychecks. So, yeah, sorry if you were very confused with that. So we will just go through and I just pull out the money from each of these categories. So I budgeted $25 for gas, spent $27.15. So again, we're just pulling out that 25, and we kind of already talked about that. Groceries, I budgeted $200, but I spent $188.22. And spending, I also budgeted $200 this time around, and spent $215.32 in there. That is not usually how much I budget for spending, but in the around this time of year, I tend to do a lot more. Spend a lot more due to trying to kind of bulk up on things when sales are happening for the holidays. So yes, and right now I've just been able to cash flow that with my increase in income, but next year I'm going to be having a sinking fund that's going to help me a little bit more specifically with that. But all that being said, like I said, we ended up with $14 we'll be able to stuff into our cushion, but we're going to wait for a minute to do that for our stuffing portion, because I'm actually this time around, usually I would just stuff any overage into my cushion envelope here, but we are currently at my goal for cushion, which is 500. So I'm actually going to use this 14 in my stuffing here in a moment for my expenses. But I have one more thing to pull from in this binder from my savings, which is very rare, but we're going to pull everything out of rainy day here. So rainy day is part of my emergency savings in combination with my ahead fund. So ahead is more about being ahead on my expenses. So right now I have like at least a month's worth of expenses, kind of similar to my cushion. This is like a less emergency version of my ahead fund, essentially, where it's just to have that little bit of leeway in case I do a little bit of overspending with my variable expenses or my sinking funds, or say I were to just miss like one day of work instead of like a whole month of work, you know. But rainy day has been Also, the goal was 1,500 in here. That was to be more for like an emergency situation of like a big car expense, a hospital trip, like some, one specific emergency event happening, if that makes any sense. I did not have an emergency happen. So hopefully you guys don't think I'm like not justified in using this money at all, but I know for a fact I'll be able to completely save the 1,500 in here next year. So I'm personally not too worried about it, especially having my head fund and my cushion fully funded right now. And I'll be doing another savings challenge for 2024 as well. So I'll also have that going on. But anyways, what I decided to do with this money is I stuffed another 100 in here last paycheck. So this 1,100 is prop bills. This is in the bank, and then I had $500 in real cash. It's the only real cash essentially that I have. I had kept a little bit in my wallet to be able to spend as well if needed, but now that I am getting cash tips here and there, I think I'm honestly just going to put this 500 in the bank and not keep any real cash, significant real cash on hand anymore. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, but I just feel like in the future, it's just so nice having all your savings in a high yield savings account where you can be earning interest every single month. But regardless, all this money is coming out to go to my credit card to pay off my purchase I made here. And that was for Black Friday, a new mattress. And I got mine from Helix, in case anybody is wondering. So yeah, I had to buy my mattress. This was, to me, a necessary purchase, you guys. My mattress was over 10 years old. I'd had it ever since I was a teenager. Everything, the box spring too, and it was just not doing it anymore. Honestly, you guys, I probably needed a new one like 2 or 3 years ago. And it was something I put off for the longest time because I really wanted to have my emergency savings good to go. And I just was not always able to, before my income has risen like it has very recently, I was not able to save enough money outside of my emergency funds that weren't going to things like my car, because I used to spend a lot of money on car repairs. I used to live in an apartment and not be paying only $300 a month like I am right now to stay with family. So a lot of my money was unfortunately going to places. I paid off some of my student debt, my one private student loan I used to have. So a lot of my money unfortunately was not able to go towards a lot of savings, and I was kind of having to do, what was the most important, which was a lot of times, like I said, just keeping my car up and running. So finally, with this new income increase, I decided to bite the bullet, make the investment in a new mattress because it just needed to be done. And I was kind of thinking about waiting until I moved out and just getting rid of my mattress then, and then, getting the new mattress when I moved. But I wasn't exactly sure on when I was going to move. And now I'm pretty sure that is definitely being pushed. Like, it's definitely not happening before 2025. Because I'm going to need all of 2024 to save up what I really want to save for that. So, and really probably it's going to be like halfway through 2025 even. So I've got a while before I'm going to move, and I decided I just couldn't wait that long to get a new mattress, to save up the extra without taking it from my emergency fund here. So what I'm doing is just swapping that, basically spending the money now out of my emergency fund and saving the money back up into here that I would have been saving for the mattress, if that makes any sense. Disagree with me on that choice and decision if you want to, but I am telling you, you guys, I needed a new mattress so bad, and I was just not willing to wait. that long to get a new one. So yes. Anyways, and my number one kind of expense that I've been spending, like I said, the most money on, my car, is hopefully not going to be a problem anymore here in the beginning stages of 2024. So I felt pretty comfortable, pretty safe using this money. So yeah. Anyways, all that being said, we're pulling all this out today, which should be $1,600 here. So we have 1,001, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 86. 1,600, and the 500 in cash is going to go away and go to the bank. But yes, I had to buy a new mattress as well as their like foundation. I bought, like I said, mine from Helix. So I bought their foundation because my box spring was old as heck too, and to keep their warranty in place, they wanted you to have their foundation, which was okay by me because, like I said, I think I needed it anyways. And then, so that's all I paid for, and they had 25% off on their site for Black Friday, or Cyber Monday, one of the two. And then it came with free pillows, 2 free pillows, a free mattress protector, and a free sheet set. So it was a really good deal in my opinion. And for all of that, the mattress, the foundation with 25% off and sales tax, it came to $1,586.08. So then obviously, again, like I said, I'm taking the $1,392 to put towards my cushion just to make that an even $1,600. That's part of what went into this down here as well. So I'm gonna check this off here. Okay, and then we're gonna put all this money down. So let's see, I'm gonna put this placeholder. Well, you know what? I am going to put that back there because we're going to have to count it in bits. And then I'm going to put all the real cash behind my prop 20s here. Okay, and then one thing while I'm here by my cushion, what I'm going to do real quick is actually take one of these 5s that I've got here and switch it out for some 2s and 1s, because I know I'm going to, well, 2 2s and a 1 to equal 5 still, because I know that I'm going to need 2s for my stuffing here in a minute. So this should still have 500 in here. 1, 2, 53, 50, 70, 90, 4, 10, 30, 40, 50, 65, 75, 85, 90, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, and 500. Perfect. And then with all that, we are going to give this cash up here a count and see if we have the correct amount that we should have unstuffed, which was that $2,490. So gather all this up. There we go. There's a slightly bigger stack because of all those actual real bills in there. But all right, we have 1,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 700, 1,700, 1,058, 5,900, 1,900, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2,000, 2,020, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 2,460, 2,470, 2,475, 85, 87, 89, and 90. 2,490 is exactly what we wanted. So perfect. We did that all correctly. And then we will be moving on to the stuffing portion of this video. We are just stuffing my fixed and variable expenses, and then we will next week be stuffing my sinking funds and savings for the last paycheck of June, once I know exactly what my paycheck will be. And like I said, instead of stuffing that 14 into cushion and then unstuffing it next week, we're just going to go ahead and use that 14 from cushion towards today's stuffing. So we're really stuffing $714, but it says 700 up there because we're technically negative 14 in cushion, if that makes any sense. But we are going to start in our fixed expenses, which this part is going to go pretty quick because we only have 2 of these we have to stuff today, because I made sure to stuff all the rest of them in my normal paycheck for this month. But my insurance, my health insurance premium, is going to start coming out of here starting in January. So I have to make sure with this paycheck I have the money stuffed in there for that to come out, which is used to be $30 and is now, you guys, going up to $297. So that's what we're stuffing today. I'm very grateful I have the income, but you guys, $297. But unfortunately, my work does offer insurance. It's just outside of their open enrollment right now, so I have to wait for that, which is in June, to go for their insurance. But I think I'm going to, because their premiums are similar to this amount, but then it comes out of your income and lowers your taxable income at the same time. So it actually ends up being cheaper to do it that way than to do it this way, which is, if anybody's wondering, through the federal healthcare marketplace. So is where I'm currently getting mine. So we are stuffing $297 in here. So it's 1, 2, 250, 270, 290, 295, and 297. I'm going to double count that, make sure. 1, 2, 50, 70, 95, and 7. Okay, we're going to put that in here. I also stuff my car insurance in here. And then probably once I start using my work insurance, I probably won't stuff it. Well, yeah, I definitely won't stuff it because, like I said, it'll be coming out of my income through them. But for now, I'll be stuffing it so that I can stuff it and unstuff it with you guys. All right, so now insurance. And insurance, we have 1, 2, 50, 70, 90, 310, 25, 30, 332, 4, and 5. 310, 25, 32, 4, and 5. 335, is that what I said? Anyways, that is what we have in insurance now. And then for memberships, I do need to stuff my other half of my yoga membership as well, because it is one that is due on the 1st of the month no matter what. So I just need to make sure that I'm prepared for that. So that's 42 today, which I believe we're not going to have enough Prop 20s. So we're going to have to figure out our denominations here. I'll go ahead and take the 2 because that's pretty self-explanatory. So I think what I'll have to do is put back a 20 and take 60. So 50 and a 10. Because that would be adding 40. Yes. Yes, okay. So now in memberships we have 50, 70, 80, 5, 87, and 89 in there. In memberships, which is just my yoga membership and my Planet Fitness membership for that. And then moving along to my variable expenses here. Gas is going to get its normal 25, so it's a 20 and a 5. Groceries is getting its normal 200. I have a question for you guys that I just thought of. What food are you guys most excited about for your Christmas or holiday celebrations? Let me know down below in the comments. I think what I'm most excited for is we've got some family recipes for like essentially a Chex Mix. I love that every time. And my mom makes a hot potato salad. That's potato and like cheese and bacon and green olives, and then you bake it. Oh, it's so good, you guys. And spending is getting $150 this time around. So 1 and a 50 there, so still kind of putting a little bit extra in there, but not too much. We're kind of starting to wind down here on that spending for December. All right, and then with that, that is all the stuffing for today. And like I said, we'll do all my sinking funds and more savings next time. And then what I'm going to do is count this cash up here and see. Let me actually maybe grab my calculator here first and do the math with you guys, because we had 2,490 that we unstuffed, and then we restuffed 714. So I think, if I'm thinking correctly here, we should have 1776 right up here still. Let's put that 1,000 in the front before we mess ourselves up. Okay, here we go. So this should be 1776, hopefully. 1,000, 1, 2, 50, 70. You know what? I try not to do that with 50s, but we're just not going to do that today with all these 20s. 1,000, 1, 2, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 86, 20, 40, 60, 8,700, 750, 775, and 6. 1776 is what we have right here at the end of our unstuffing and stuffing, you guys. Super exciting. And next video is going to be extra exciting again, because it is going to be stuffing just our sinking funds and savings for our magic month paycheck. So please come back for that. I really enjoyed the last one of those that I did for my last paycheck. It was super nice, kind of just being able to focus on stuffing all of my goals and celebrating the progress I've made over this year. And I cannot wait to see how much progress I will be making next year as well, of course. But anyways, with all of that being said, please give this video a like if you enjoyed. I hope you did. And subscribe if you haven't already and you want to see more content like this. Please stick around. And like I said, comment down below kind of what you're doing for the holidays. Like I said, if there's any particular foods you guys are excited for, I always love hearing about amazing food. So let me know down below. And with all that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and your week until I see you again. And I will see you guys later.